Welcome to the another episode of Abstract Thesis series. In this series, we are digging deep into the Power BI concepts. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for our new video. Hello and welcome to another episode of Abstract Thesis series. And in today's episode, we are going to learn merge query. But we are not learning merge query alone. We are going to merge the code itself into a new query. Now, you will say we have a merge query with a new option. No, we are going to do a little bit different. Just watch out. So let's jump into the Power Query. So I have this pivot data which I typically use, and you can take it from my GitHub account. I have done a little bit of change here. I'm taking it from recent sources right now because I already used it. So it's appearing in my recent sources. So it has a master and detailed. The names in the online account would be detailed and master. The reverse it, but it doesn't matter. You can practice by changing the name, or you can take them as is. So now I have a master table, I have a detailed table. I'm going to use this and I'm going to load these two tables and transform. So I've selected both of them and now I'm saying transform data. So once I go to transform data, both these tables are available. And now how to merge? I can click on one of the tables, let's say detail or master. And once I click on them, I can go to here merge queries and I click on this side arrow. Once I click on this side arrow, so I get both options. If I click on the first one, I only get merge queries, and merge queries is going to merge into the single table. Merge query as new is going to give me a new table, and that's what right now I want. And I click here, I got the first table I'll get automatically. The second I can add it, and then I can click on the column. Like here I clicked on cat ID, here I clicked on category ID. The sequence, the order doesn't matter. The join order does matter. How do I click doesn't matter. So I can give left or right join, whatever I want based on the requirement, or we can do full join also. So we can go ahead and say full outer join because this data lacks everything. It's like data on right side, it data lacks data on left side and right side, both sides. So we can take a full outer join. Okay. And so we done that, and then you can see, how much it is matching here, how much it is matching there. The numbers are coming with us, and we say okay. Now once we do that, we get this extendable table here, and here this is the expand icon which you have, and then you click on expand. We don't want to have the common column again, so we don't need it. Or maybe because there are certain IDs missing here, we can keep it. And do you want the prefix? Means if you don't have the prefix, it will not come. But in this case, I want the prefix, the detail prefix here. Okay. So I want the detail prefix. So I go ahead and click here and I say okay. So now I got the data here. Some data rows are null here and some rows are null here. That's why we do the full outer join. Take everything which is there on left, take everything which is there on the right. Even if they are not available, then take those data. So we got this table. Now, why do I need detail and master? Let's delete it. We got a new table. So okay, we can right click here and say delete. It's a no. You cannot delete because they are referenced. So let's understand what this is doing. So we go to advanced editor and we see, okay, it's saying master.category ID, details.cat ID. There is a full join, then the details. There's a detail which is being misused here, and then there are details which is also being used inside this one. And we are doing few stuff around here. Okay, I say fine. So let's start copying this code into a text pad. So I go to the text pad. I have opened a text pad here, and let me, go and copy it there. So I come here and I say advanced editor. I take code one by one for all the queries. Let me copy it. Let me paste it. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. And then I come to details. I open right click advanced editor. I take the code from here. So what we are doing, right clicking on the tables on the left hand side and copying their code. Okay, then again we come back here and we say right click, open the advanced editor, copy the code and go back and paste it here. Okay, so we are done with it. Now let's look what is there. So we are getting a source. That source data we are again using in the master sheet. Then master sheet we are again using in the next with promoted headers and the change type. This is what we are doing. Now almost similar kind of steps are there, or the only thing is name has changed, but it is there. So let's do one thing. Let's start giving them new name. So can we call it source one? So let's call it as source one, and then we say, okay, this is source one. Master sheet is fine, but let me call it, and instead of promoted header, let me call it a step 2 master sheet 2. And because I made it master sheet 2, I don't have promoted headers now. So I replace it with promoted headers, and we have to remember that this step repeats here as a table name. That's how Power Query has given this code. So we got it here, and let's call this as master sheet 3. And now I would like to merge these two codes. So I'm going to remove these steps, but I need to be careful. This again, this is a startup problem. So I take source 2, Now this source 2, I again need to come here, so I make it 2. Okay, now this details repeats. Detail I'm fine, but I don't want detail. Here I want to change this name, so I came with detail sheet 1. Here again in the promoted header I'm going to make it detail sheet 1, and then I'm going to call it detail sheet 2, and then I can remove this step. And I'm leaving one problem here which I'm going to discuss when I copy paste there, so that you understand that there's still one problem left out. So this master sheet 3, so wherever we have master here in this code, we're going to use master sheet 3 in the below code only, because that's what is referring. So the table name master 3 we have replaced with master, and detail sheet 2, so what we are going to do, we call it detail sheet 2, we copy it here, and blindly we are going to replace it here. I'm not going to tell you where to replace, where not to replace. Let's replace it everywhere. Okay, not in the names. Left hand side we are not doing this step, we are leaving it, and this step is going to come out here. Now if you click here, you see detail sheet, you don't see any detail, you don't see any uses of master. Now this is there, and I'm going to do one thing is I'm going to go here and copy it in the advanced editor and paste it here. Now you see couple of errors. I told you I knowingly left it because every step there is a comma to end, and which we have not done in these two steps, so they're going to give us an error, and then we say okay, done. Okay, so we are done with those steps. We click here and we see the same table again. No differences, everything is same. Okay, but the changes are that we can see the source 1, we can see the navigation of source 1, we can see the mass, how does it becoming that table, then I see the source 2, then I see the steps of the source 2. Okay, so this is the difference now from that one to this one, so that's the difference. Now let me go and try and delete this. So previously we were not able to delete that, so I'm able to delete. Now I say close and apply, and let's go back there and test it also. So do we really get some data or not? So we came here and you can see the table, we have the similar kind of data. So we can change Power Query steps. So the basic way, the way Power BI is using Power Query, that it generating a step, every step there's kind of a table which is gone, then you do another table operation, and then you're getting one more table. So this is how it's keep on growing. So what we have done is we have taken that advantage of that, and remember there are two sources which we are adding. This source is not related with this source at this step right now. Both of them we have added to one, and then we went ahead and we made the third source, and we are going to give this output. And if the by mistake you don't give this output, you give this output, or you give this output, you're going to go get those tables. So this is really important, that this should be the last step which is taking it out, and that's why I knowingly kept it in that particular order, because I know I'm going to finally return that. But otherwise just take care that this step is the final step which you want to return. Okay, so in this manner you can go ahead and change the Power Query script and modify it to the purpose. So not only this means any other places you had certain steps, there are certain problem, you need to move them around and do that, you can do that. But be very careful about it. If you do certain steps, and it can cause certain problems, so you need to be little bit aware of Power Query when you're doing this. So go ahead and try this out. Do let me know what else you wanted to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.